talk about all of this, then we must also focus some attention on the Ministry for Sanitation and Water Resources. And I'm coming to you, Basilia. Within the current institutional arrangement for the ministry, how then do we place front and center climate resilient wash services delivery into policy making? It's one thing espousing it, but how do we put it in policy for proper execution? Basilia.
Thank you very much. I must say that hitherto the ministry or even the sector was very low when it comes to climate issues. It's like climate was a concept we were all trying to grapple with. And anyone who wanted issues on climate ran straight to MESTI. But I can say that from a couple of years ago, the sector is beginning to come out more on climate and trying to do more around climate issues. And the water policy that was launched just a few months ago clearly spells out how climate issues should be tackled. And I must say, even the 2007 water policy touched on it, but it wasn't detailed. And we have the environmental sanitation policy being revived, and definitely climate issues will be anchored in it. Now we have a focal person for climate in the sanitation ministry, who is trying to work very closely with the Ministry of, with MESTI, EPA, to see how sanitation can be embedded well in our wash sector. I can say the TrackFin report, that's a tracking sanitation and water expenditure, for last year didn't show our ministry spending much on climate or the budgeting for it clearly. But with the new innovations coming and the focal person for it, it's hopeful that going forward, we will see our ministry or our policy department really, and then planning department really planning and budgeting for climate. Because we can't have climate issues being run like a project in the ministry. It has to be properly streamlined. And I think it has to start with the policies that we are launching. We need a strategic plan to implement the policies. And this will go a long way to help the policy and budgeting units to really and appropriately plan for it, so that we don't expect that we get money from somewhere or we depend on development partners just to implement projects for climate, but it should be really mainstreamed. And so I think that's a call for us CSOs, development partners and others, to look at the next budgeting for the ministry. Since our policies are outlining it, let's look at what strategies can be developed and how we really budget for it and plan activities alongside. Thank you.